Hola! Welcome back. I feel like I haven't sat in so long to sit down and talk with you guys. Happy New Year. I feel like my last sit down video where I got to sit down and speak with you guys was last year. But I've been taking some time off also with recharging for myself and going through my own healing and going through my own journey and going more within and setting new intentions. And I'm very intentional. I've always been a very intentional person where I want to make sure that I pour into projects or pour into things that I really resonate with. So I knew that I had to go through like that little cave moment of going within to recharge and also to reevaluate my goals and where I see myself going in the next couple of years, because I feel like that's important. And today the topic of me sitting down and recording and doing this face to face, it's talking about our healing journey, talking about our journey, talking about your journey, your mission, my mission, our mission, because I feel like that's a topic that's been coming up a lot. And I feel that that's very in the energy of 2023. For many of you that purchased the year ahead reading, I went deeper with each one of you of what this year is to bring to you. I connect a lot with numbers, especially with numerology, and I always receive messages everywhere, not just angel numbers, everywhere. My guides give me messages. Like if you see the word car spelled out, C-A-R, I see it with numbers 4, 5, 6, and that might mean car. I guess that's the best way I can explain it, but I see messages that way. And as I've continued to learn more about numerology, I'm understanding as well how it plays a role into our journey, and that's deeper. But it's really been calling me also of sitting with the energy of where we are energetically, because that's going to play an effect in our life. 2023, if we add up those numbers, 2 plus 2 plus 3, it leads to a number 7. In numerology, that's a very big number of spirituality. It's a very big number of purpose, of alignment. A lot for me, how I define also number 7 is going within, not in the outer side, our ego and the surface things, that material things. No, it's internally, emotionally, how we feel. So for each one of us, it's going to be different, right? Depending on what energetically year we're in. But regardless of that, just know that we're all in a vibration of number 7. So here we go. We're all in a vibration of number 7. And this is going to be a year that it's going to push each one of us. It's going to impact each one of us. It's going to inspire each one of us to go within. And maybe if we are going right through some type of awakening right now, some type of rebirth moment, I keep seeing from one of my decks the rebirth card come out, so I'm sharing that for a reason. But rebirth, you might define it different than me, and the way that I'm choosing to define rebirth is this awakening again within you. Right, earlier when I started the video, I was like, I've been going through like this little cave moment of going within, because I needed that. I needed that to recharge. Edith needed that to reevaluate, where are her goals going? Where do I see myself in the next year? I've had this business for the last 3 years, and I've grown so much. I've learned so much financially, physically, mentally. But where I am right now, and the purpose of me is to focus more on my community, to continue to support women in evolving and growing and manifesting, in healing and finding ourselves, that self-love. You know, I'm very intentional about the videos that I post in my story or things that I promote, because I can't share things that I wouldn't do, that I wouldn't believe in. And that's what works for me. And I know that every person that sees this video, whether it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or the entire video, you're meant to see it. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that we're all here for a reason. So I want to start off with some topics. I know like I start to channel, so if I say any messages that resonate, take them. I have my cards next to me, so I'm going to try to pull a couple cards to help us with this guidance, because part of who Edith is, which I didn't even introduce myself in the beginning. If this is your first time watching my videos, hello, my name is Edith. In Espanol, Edith. I am bilingual. I am a Latina. I am a healer, a psychic, reader, a medium, a Reiki master. I am also an Akashic reader. I can connect with past lives. And I'm also the owner of Earth Crystals con Amor. I guess the lighting went off, but that's okay. We're going to continue. I am the owner of Earth Crystals con Amor, my crystal business, my spiritual, my healing business, that in the last 8 years, as I've gone through a deeper awakening and transformation, I've stepped into this light of holding space for my community, inspiring other women our tribe, of finding ourselves, believing in ourselves. I believe that healing is something that sometimes in this spiritual community and just in general could be taken very heavy, where you're just like, I'm never gonna get better. But I'm here to tell you, it does get better. I don't like to use the word you get stronger, because it's not only that you get stronger, but we go through different phases, and that's what helps us in our journey of evolution. When we learn, when we grow, and those lessons is who make us, our name, our purpose, our journey. I wanted to do this video to remind you also of wherever you are in your journey right now, you're capable of moving forward. We're not stuck forever. And if you're going through some type of phase right now, and I'm seeing this for several of you, so it might resonate, definitely. If you're going through this journey right now where you're feeling like you're hitting rock bottom, or you're just hit a dead end and you're like, I don't know where I'm going next, go within. You might not want to hear that, but you have to go within. You have to feel those emotions. Where is that fear coming from? There's some type of blockage that's coming in your life that you're feeling like you're hitting dead end. Because when we're going through that rising, that awakening, we can thrive out of anything. You're going to find the right people in your journey. A book, a video like this one here, a seminar, a crystal that's going to support you in your journey. And that's going to help you. Look at it like keys. Today there's something new that I bought recently to help me in this journey of 2023. But you're going to get that one key or many keys to open the different doors that are for your journey. If you're in a moment right now where you feel like you're hitting rock bottom, I'm inviting you to go within, because that's what's only going to help you to identify, what are you feeling? Why are you feeling that you can't move forward? Is it because of the people around you, of the environment, what hasn't worked out, and we're only focusing on what didn't work out instead of what has? And I want to remind you as well, healing, yes, it is a journey. And not only does it get better, but you also start to elevate. You start to change. Your vibration changes. And it's not cliche to say that things change. Absolutely. Things change because you change. When things inside, we've been holding them on. When I started my healing journey, a lot of it was just untapping those emotions, those fears, those beliefs that were embedded in me as a child, as society, as culture growing up. And until I didn't show up and take ownership of all those stories I kept repeating in my mind, and those patterns I kept continuing to repeat that kept me safe, I couldn't take a different journey. So wherever you are right now, it's okay. You're not going to be here forever. La luz sale otra vez. Creo que la luz vuelve a salir. You might see this video in two parts because the video stopped, but I repressed the video to record. And I'm continuing the video. I'm like, should I start over? I'm like, no. I was really in the flow of delivering that message, and I genuinely want to sit down and share this because I know, like, my soul has been calling. Part of our evolution and ourselves finding ourselves is of us having to learn those lessons, of us having to meet those people. Right? But once we learn that, once we see that, once we feel that, we don't repeat that. And sometimes we're stuck in those patterns because that's all we know. It's important also, as you're continuing in your healing journey, to remind yourself that you are unique. You are different. Nobody has a voice like you. Nobody has a story like you. And you might not want to hear that when you're going through the darkest moment, but it's true. The authors, the books that you read, there are people with inspiring stories, right? Not fiction books, but real books. When you're watching motivational videos and people are sharing their true stories, they had to go through that. Many times you meet in the spiritual community healers that have crazy stories, powerful stories, and you think, oh my God, but something guided you to them, right? To hear that, and you'll continue to meet people along the way in your journey to support you, to guide you. And I want you to trust that. If you are currently in a place in your life, like I was describing earlier, you're like at a dead end and you don't know where to go. It's important to go within because only you know those real emotions. I'm feeling lost because I feel like if I leave this job, I'm going to fail. I'm going to lose my home. I'm going to lose this. Where's that fear coming in from? I feel like I can't leave this marriage because if I leave this marriage, it's all my mom ever told me. If you're not married, you're nothing. I'm so fearful of walking away from this dream job because I worked 10 years in school for this. Where's that story? Where's that fear? Because we're feeling like it's a dead end. I need to stay married. I need to stay married because for the sake of my kids. A story I used to tell myself in my 12-year marriage was, no, I can't leave my marriage. Little Edith never had parents. I can't do that to my son. It'll be the same little Edith story with my son. But it was me projecting that fear into my son and also telling myself a story that kept me safe because of the unknown. And that marriage, now that I look at it 8 years later, it's like I had to go through that. That helped me become Edith. And I had to go through that version of me to find my true self, to believe in myself, to use my voice, to be here today. And now I know I say this now, I wouldn't take that back. If you would have asked me 8 years ago, of course, I was devastated. That's all I knew. I thought I had wasted time, and I don't see it as wasted time anymore. I was in the corporate world for many years, and that served me. But it didn't serve me now because I have a different mission. But I understand I had to go through that to get here today. A lot of times when I feel like I'm hitting a dead end with a new chapter in my life, it's like I have to pause myself. And I have to remind myself, okay, this is just for a moment. You're not going to be here forever. Let's not go down memory lane of everything that's gone worse, because our mind can play tricks on us, right? A lot of times my spirit guides are also saying, speak to them about the people around them. A lot of times the people that we surround ourselves with will have a big impact in the way we feel, the way we think. Of course, I'm a firm believer that the people that we surround ourselves with, that's who we become. Everything is energy. We feel, if you walk into a room where people are negative, they're gossipy, they're uninspired, they're mad at the world, that's all they're going to project. That's all you're going to feel. Test yourself next time you go to a place where you know every time you leave here, you're like, oh, it just feels draining. Look around, observe, don't engage. And they're most likely going to see you different. And that's okay. You're not meant. Recently, I saw an inspiring video where the motivational speaker says, I had done over 100,000 speeches, and a very high, well-known speaker today and respected. And he was saying, I started to notice that I would get very nervous again in some of my videos, some of my speeches. And I called up one of my motivational speakers that guided me, a mentor, and I said, I don't know why this happens. Like, I know people say fear is good and being nervous is good, but I don't want to feel this to the extent where I'm like anxious and I don't feel ready, because I know I'm ready. I've prepared for this all my life. And his mentor said to him, it's because you're not focusing on your mission. You're more worried about how you're going to be perceived and doing it perfect. And no one is perfect. But as soon as you let go of that belief that it has to be perfect, that I can't make mistakes, and you follow your mission, what you believe in, your power, that fire in you, you're going to be okay. And that's so true. If you think about that again, right? If you focus on your mission and serving others or whatever you're there to do, and you're not worried about the details and the perfectionism or failure, then you're going to be okay. Those nerves, those beliefs, it's going to go away. And I'm using that example so you can apply that in whatever journey you're in right now. If you're thinking, oh my God, if I leave behind this marriage, what are we really worried about? If we're worried about our career and our mission, for each one of us, it's going to be different. That could be part of your life purpose. For many people, life purpose is a topic that we always talk about, because we start to think and believe that we all have to have a similar mission. We all have to monetize with our mission. We all have to be traveling, documenting it. And that's not true. Deep down inside our mission, for each one of us, it's going to be different. And you can have a 9 to 5. And when you clock out, that's your life mission. Or vice versa. But you need to find it. It's within. If you're going through a healing journey right now where you're just like, I have to face everything I've gone through till today. I have to face it so I can forgive myself, so I can face this belief that I can't get out of it. And I have to admit it to myself. You don't have to say it to everyone. And that's another thing that I feel like during your healing journey is important, to also go within more. Keep things more private. You don't always have to. A lot of times that's something to pay attention to. If you're feeling like you're always needing to document everything and show everybody everything, we're still seeking validation of others, confirmation of others. And people are not always going to agree with you because it's your journey, it's your vision, it's your mission. If your mission in this lifetime is just to live wild and free, then you live wild and free. That's what makes your soul happy. When I do a lot of past life readings and Akashic records, and I tap into many of us because I know I attract a lot of this, my healing community, this kind of same journey, because we're attracted to each other. A lot of us in other lifetimes, especially as women, especially if we are women of color, we didn't have the opportunity to be ourselves. We didn't have the opportunity to choose for ourselves. So in this lifetime, most likely, we're trying to repeat that same cycle of asking others, confirmation of others. You're unique. And if nobody's ever told you that, I'm here to remind you, you're unique. Nobody can do what you can do. When I started my healing journey, in the beginning, I would always get in my head and start to think, oh my God, like I'm in Los Angeles, like where am I going to meet people? How are people going to read with me? And many of you have maybe heard that story. But I was blocking myself of that fear, of that belief. I wasn't ready. And then now, I'm continuing my business. My crystal business didn't start just because I wanted to start selling these crystals. Crystals changed my life. They helped me and they continue to help me in my journey. And that's what works for me. And every time I sit down in my crystal live cells and I sit down in front of the phone and talk about these crystals, it doesn't feel like I'm selling. I'm grateful. And of course, there's an energy exchange. But sometimes I walk away thinking like, that's part of my mission, because I know I have more. And for me, this year, 2023, it is a year of more of service, of being more working more one-on-one with people, supporting. I've been going through this womb healing, womb training, womb activation that 2023, I want to activate it more and I want to support us so we can go deeper. For a lot of us that we're feeling stuck or blocked or unsure of what is the next chapter. Maybe for some of us, it is those blockages that we're needing to take them out. And at that point, we're needing support from a healer, from our community, from others. And don't be scared to ask for help. When we're sitting in grief, when we're sitting in shame and guilt because of a lot of things in the past and many things that were out of our control, we could be stuck. We could be at that dead end for so long, but don't allow yourself to be in that dead end. Don't let that story become that victim of you. I keep hearing a saying of Jenny Rivera, and I remember seeing an interview of her where she was speaking up about her daughter, her daughters and her sister being molested by her husband or her partner. I don't know if they were legally married. And I remember in that interview, her speaking up for her family, for her daughters and her sister, and saying, the main thing that I want my family to take from this is that they're not victims of this. They're going to use this to inspire other women, to support other women. I have the window open, so you most likely hear the birds chirping. So I feel like you're needing to hear this. And I'm repeating this because it's like she was always very inspiring woman, that her music, right? The words, the things that she decided to pour into was to support women, to inspire women. And a lot of people, right, especially in her genre and her type of music, they're like, who is she? She's so outspoken. Oh my gosh, she's so this and that. A lot of people didn't like that because they were so used to women being quiet. We're not here to be quiet, right? That saying, calladita te ves más bonita. I can't tell you how many times I heard that growing up. I was raised by my grandmother, and one thing my grandmother would always say, it's like, no tienes que estar hablando todo el tiempo. I was always very outspoken, and I was very polite, but wouldn't define it outspoken. I was very talkative. I was very like, but why? Well, what does that mean? I wasn't allowed to really be free a lot in my childhood and growing up. And that hurt a lot and took a toll on me in my adult years, my young adult years, because I didn't know how to use my voice. But that was part of the journey. And before I end this video, I want to pull a card and see if there's any kind of guidance. But a couple topics we talked about is our healing journey, right? Reminding yourself that you're here for your journey, for your purpose, for your mission. And if you're trying to find that and you've hit a dead end, or you hit a dead end across your journey, know that you're not alone. Know that you can seek support from others, whether you're going wherever you are in the country. You can go through Zoom sessions. You can buy books. You can look videos on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. There's so many platforms and apps that can help you in your journey. Don't be scared to ask for help. Don't be scared to be yourself. You're here for a reason. Don't let the past define you. Another thing I want to add to this video is, as you're continuing in your journey, it's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to say goodbye to people. We can't hold on to them. And I keep feeling this energy of like, maybe as you're continuing in this journey, you're holding back because you want people to come with you, your family, your friend, a partner, your sister, whoever it is. But they can't always come. And we'll have many soulmates in this lifetime. Our siblings can be our soulmates, our children, partners, lovers. Be okay with letting things go that don't define you. Imagine if we would be stuck with the same people all our life. We can't grow. And we all have our own journey. If you keep attracting, if you notice a pattern and you notice you keep attracting, especially in love life, because I feel like this is where we do the deepest healing, and that's the hardest. But if you continue to attract people that need healing, the same patterns, it's within. It's so easy for us to point the finger, but we forget, wait a minute, there's a reason why we attracted each other. So be kind to yourself. Another thing of our healing journey that I want to remind you of, I don't like to use, it doesn't get easier, but we start to learn different things and we learn how to cope with things and we know how to address it. Right? One of the things that I say a lot in my private sessions is in my healing sessions, people always tell me, what do I do if I make a mistake? Well, you learn from it, right? Don't be so hard on yourself and stay stuck like, oh my God, I did it again. Why did I do it again? What is that pattern I'm continuing to repeat and why? Let's go within. Don't be scared to face that shadow. Don't be scared to face that biggest fear, because that's what's going to set you free. One of the biggest things I connect with a lot in my healing sessions, and I notice that's what drove me into womb healing and deeper healing, was the belief of the past, of who we were. No, that will keep us stuck. The stagnant energy, fears and beliefs of others will keep us stuck. Keyword, energy of others. So pay attention to the people you surround yourself with, how you decide to invest in yourself. Be kind. I thought this was going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but I hope it finds whoever it needs to find. And I thank you for being part of this journey. And wherever you are right now, keep going. Todo pasa por un motivo. Everything happens for a reason. If you're currently going through a healing journey and you don't understand these messages you're receiving, these people you're meeting, this guidance you're receiving, you can always reach out and we could do a healing session with me, or there's many multiple healers. If you're looking for a healer in specific and that's something I can't help you with, I'm always glad to recommend someone, but I'm here to support you. If this is a journey in your life right now where you're just trying to redefine yourself, know that you're not alone. 2023 is a year of going within. So that ego that drove us for a very long time, that outer stuff, it's not going to define you anymore. So it's going to feel a little bit awkward. It's going to feel a little bit different, but you're allowed to heal. You're allowed to forgive and start over. Projects that I'm hoping and putting into place for 2023 so far. I'm going to be, if you are in the LA area, I'm a people person. Like, I love to meet. I love in-person sessions, but I'm always also doing distance more because I know a lot of you might not be able to reach me. So, but I am planning a women's brunch for April of 2023 for whenever you're seeing this video. If you're in the LA area, you'll see that coming soon. I'm also putting together a workshop for connecting more with yourself. I'm wanting to do this more like a day or half a day. It might be via Zoom, so more people can join. I'm also planning a retreat, hopefully this year as well. And that might be in California or Arizona. I'm still looking at options. But I have things coming. So I hope that we can connect on a deeper level. And wherever you're going right now or where you're going next, you're allowed to move forward. You're allowed to trust in yourself. And your intuition will never let you down. You might think, but it's let me down other times. Really, has it? Or you just ignored your intuition? Because that's a hard thing. At times you're like, oh, now that I look back, yeah, there were red flags all along, but I ignored it. I didn't want to see it. So we do all have an intuition. Be kind with yourself. When you're walking into, my guides are like, remember you told them when you walk into a room, pay attention to your energy, how you feel, and don't allow yourself to be stuck in those places. You're allowed to ask for more. You're worthy of more. Sometimes the journey gets a little lonely until we find the right people, the right tribe, the right place, the right journey. And then you'll start to flow again. But don't stay stuck in places just because you're scared of being alone. Oh, I'm also doing two powerful events with my soul sister, Ana Lilia, who has been a powerful mentor of mine since the beginning of my journey. We're doing next week for the full moon, an event via Zoom. And then we're also doing with the spring equinox, activation with the womb at the beach, at the ocean. So I hope to see you guys there. I want to end the reading with an affirmation card. If you're needing to reach me, my website is earthcrystalsconamor.com, and then my email, it's earthcrystalsconamor@gmail.com. But this is your message. Quest. Your adventure-seeking spirit will lead you safely home. But now it is time to broaden your horizons. The affirmation. My heroic spirit guides me towards fulfilling new adventures. I'm going to put this towards the screen if you want to do a screenshot. But you can't make this up. You can't make this up. It says quest. That means all about our venture, our journey. You saw me shuffle this in camera. I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck. Awakening beauty. What are your boldest wishes? Believe they can come true. Dare to nurture the hope that empowers magic in your life. The affirmation for this card. The universe supports me in bringing my most beautiful dreams to life. That's right. And look at the little butterflies. I like these cards because each one of them has a different picture. And the awakening beauty. Está dormida. She's asleep, but she's finding herself. She's finding her tribe. And then this one on a quest, on a boat, with the little perrito, closing cycles, with the flag white. To me, I represent that, and the way that I'm seeing it is of redefining your journey, redefining this new adventure, wherever it's leading you to, right? Wherever this quest, this journey is leading you to, it's your journey. Many of you, I feel like you're also needing to connect more with your roots, where you were born, where your family comes from, to find more about who you are, to discover really what's in you. Thank you for watching this video. If you watched this long, I'm looking at the time, it says 19:19, so thank you for sitting down with me and being part of this journey. Until next time, blessings.